Hey there, Ryan JB, and for today I would like to take a look at RoadCraft Update 2.0. There are a couple of things I would like to chat about and show you guys. Now, of course, this update comes with a lot of bug fixes, tweaks and adjustments, which I cannot show you all of it. So if you are interested in all those things, there is a link in the description that will bring you to the Steam news page, which then you can click on the patch note and it will just show you everything. Now, the first thing you might notice that the clouds aren't moving, the trees and all that good stuff, because I am in photo mode. Now if I press on escape, you can see a little menu popping up, and with this menu, for an example, we can change the weather, we can change the daytime for the shadows. Now the way how to get into photo mode is, well, if you are in game, you just press on escape, and then down here you can see, press on F for photo mode, and then it will bring you into, well, photo mode. Now I do have to say, the first time when I started it up, it's like something like this, and I noticed like, oh, it's very close up and I cannot zoom out very far away. But I've noticed once you put this all the way to the back, go out and get back in again, for some reason the camera is even further away than the first time. Now this first menu, you got all kinds of options. You just gotta see, you know, what you like, what will work, and, well, apparently what doesn't work. Which on the second tab, you got all kinds of filters you can use, and exposure and brightness and contrast and all that good stuff. Which if you scroll the list low, you got more and more and more options. Weather, daytime and all that good stuff. Now if you want to reset everything, just press R for default, and then it's all back to where it once was. And now you can clearly see the camera is very up close. Now there are also a couple of other fun stuff here in the third tab. You can add like a movie frame type of deal. You can add a logo if you like to, which is very handy if you wanna, you know, take some thumbnails for your gameplay. You can scale it up and down. Choose where it needs to be, and you can hide the driver. Now there is one other thing that I would like to show you, and that is if you hide the HUD and you would like to move around with holding your right mouse and you can't, that is basically because the menu is still here. So if you would click, for example, here, you can see it moves, but as long as you get out of this right corner here, you can just, you know, move and have no issues with that. Coming up next are the new vehicles, and before we're going to go through all of these vehicles, I have to say that they changed some hotkeys. Now usually once you hold tab, you could switch to another vehicle by pressing Z or X. They have now changed it to Q and E, which is actually very nice because it's now all close together. Now the first three vehicles I would like to talk about and show you some stuff of is the vehicles which says SAR on the side. SAR stands for Search and Rescue. Now there are a couple of people that have been saying they don't really know what to use these for any other than just fun driving, but I have a very good legit reason why you should use these vehicles depending on the roleplay aspect you have with this game. Which I first need to explain that many people who start playing this game that came from SnowRunner notice one thing that is different in this game. And that is the whole towing shell. Normally in SnowRunner, if you would hook up to any other vehicle with any other vehicle and you would drive away, the other vehicle would drive to and or steer with you, which in this case is, well, not the case. You can see the wheels are not turning while I'm turning. Now if we take, for example, this little van and we would hook up to it, you can see it says towing off. Now if we press 5 and we would basically steer, you can see it really wants to drive with you. Most of the cases. It's a bit funky still, but you can at least see it does the same thing as in SnowRunner, which I really liked a lot, because in this way you can really do a search and rescue, which these new vehicles are perfectly meant for it. Now you might say, well, when I'm going to use this small vehicle? Well, if your vehicle is getting stuck in a very small, narrow area, which you cannot get to with a ginormous truck, then you can use this smaller vehicle to pick it up. Yes, if you get stuck with a ginormous truck in a small area, well, you might need to do something else, but say yourself, wouldn't this be just fun to just explore the map with this little guy? Now, one other thing they have been adding to the game is that you can now turn your engine off. The way how you can turn your engine off is by holding the parking brake. And once you do that, you see the little icon saying shutting down. Now, besides for a little bit of roleplay aspect, or when you put a car onto a trailer, you want to have it turn off, people might say, well, why do we need this? Well, in the future, once they added hard mode, there will also be fuel. And you don't want to leave all your cars running because that will drain your fuel. So there are multiple reasons why you want to turn your engine off depending on your playstyle. The next vehicle is the Mule 1. One of my favorite vehicles. This is a beast. It would love to drive through mud. It can, well, in this case, not really transport boats anymore, but it's still very good once again in order to tow vehicles that are stuck. Now, of course, we have the other vehicle, which is this guy, a Pike. And I'm not really sure which one of these two is better. And I will definitely going to try to figure out what are the pros and cons of both of these vehicles. Now, if you already have some more information on both of these vehicles, then you can always let me know in the comment section. Just as I wanted to say, the rain has also been de-increased, and I'm glad it's stopping right now because I can give you a better view onto this new vehicle, which is called the Lynx. And you can see that on the vehicle itself, all the wheels are rotating, which is very nice, and or the trailer wheels are also rotating, so you can make very sharp corners with this guy. And this guy is super duper handy in very watery and muddy areas, especially since it has like a very high air intake pipe compared with a lot of other vehicles, and it still has the functions of a normal scout vehicle, which is of course the object scanner and of course the terrain scanner. Now, the one thing I have not yet figured out, which we're going to do together to see if this guy can also tow other vehicles. Which, can you imagine if you can tow another one of these Lynx vehicles with a trailer? So let's see, can we tow this guy? It has a towing functions. That is super duper nice. Look at that. You can make like a whole road train with these guys. Now, of course, one of the other good things with the trailers is that you can now strap vehicles. So let's take the stump grinder, which this trailer is just perfect for little vehicles like this. If you need to go to very far away, you don't want to drive the stump grinder all the way to that area. Turn the engine off, get into the Lynx, press number 6, and it should now be strapped. As you can see, it has little cables stuck up to the back of this guy. Now, if you would put on a normal vehicle with wheels, you can actually see something different. Get in here and now strap it. You get like these yellow wedge blocks, which is just super duper nice. Now, of course, there is also one thing that is a little bit less fun, but I'm sure the developers are already working on it, and that is that there is a duplicate vehicle bug, which I already have, and don't think that you can duplicate vehicles and then sell them, because once you have duplicated a vehicle, it will be one extra in the map itself, but in the garage it is still one vehicle. Now, the downside of that is I already have my vehicle glitched out, as you can see right over there. Yes, it's that very big semi-truck trailer type of deal that is just chilling out into the sky. I tried to get that guy back by retaining it, or in this case recover it, and it just spawns into the sky, which is just having a lot of fun out here. But if I go into my garage, you can see deploy, deploy, and deploy. They are all three in here, and there is one that is over here. Now, I also have two of the same other vehicles, which is the stump grinder. As you can see, this guy is right out here at the other base. So this one is also duplicated, but once again, if you go into the garage, you can see I only have one version of it. So don't and do not duplicate this a couple of times, because if you sell this you will lose it, and I'm sure once the developer fix it, it will delete all of the duplicates ones, and then you have already lost the one you should own because you sold it. Now there might be a very good reason for it from the developers, but the developers did not fix this Baikal pouring sand. It's still the same. And you know, one of the players actually made a fix for it, which I'm still not going to download. As you can see, it still pours sand. I am wondering why the developers didn't add that. Maybe they're going to completely rework the whole show. But hopefully in the next update 3.0 we're gonna have this guy fixed. I'm not missing this guy, I'm just using it as a pass-through from sand pit to another dump. So in this case, I'm gonna enjoy it definitely with the new vehicles. Let me know what you like of this update. Are there things they should have done? Are there things that they shouldn't have done? Did you find any more bugs? Let all of that good stuff know in the comment section. And then, yeah, hopefully see you in the next episode. And I would also swear they fixed the mirrors though. I'm not quite sure. I have not really took a good look at it earlier, but they seem to work a lot better. I got the idea. I'm not sure if it's just me. If it's me, you can let me know in the comment section.